Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Again, welcome. Here we go. Caution flag is out. Yellow flag is on the raceway. Keep a steady pace over to the stripe in 4. Across that line, the green is out. Good restart. We're underway. Into the first corner we go. Smith on the outside, Whipke on the inside lane. These are the top 4 qualifiers in the late model division at Barberton Raceway Park on this final night of 2012. We're still side by side, trouble coming off the corner. Two drivers in the championship shootout series to end our season. They go into 3, they go into 4, they come to the green, and we're underway. Cars side by side down through turns 1 and 2, rolling down into the third corner. Coming to 1 lap in, Miller and Harvey. Whipke and Smith in 3rd and 4th. Two laps complete, 2 laps to go for Miller and Harvey. Sideways is Whipke in the 40 car. White flag this time, 1 more lap to go for Miller and Harvey. Harvey wheeling it sideways, coming off of the second turn that time. They'll come to the checkered. Clinton, Ohio driver Mike Miller will claim the victory. Harvey finishes in the 2nd spot. Pulling to the line, your winner in car number 22. Put your hands together for Mike Miller. The Williams Paint and Body Route 39 Auto Salvage Milestone Services car. Waiting on the camera to get to the finish line. As Billy McKinney, our track photographer, always having something to do on Friday nights, I believe, with high school football games, so he's not able to be here tonight. Did a great job during the course of the 2012 season. Mike Miller waiting in victory lane as the photo will be taken. Pulling onto the raceway is our legend car Fast Dash Race.
And out of 4, green flag is out. 3 of Billy Richards pulling into lead. But the 82 of Tyler Turner right beside him, holding through the turn onto the backstretch. Almost going 3 wide with the 9 of Villardo. '82 of Tyler Turner now moving into the lead. And a battle for second between the 3 of Billy Richards and the 9 of Carl Villardo. 1 lap left in the race. Who will pull their vehicle into second spot behind the '82 of Tyler Turner? And down to the checker flag, your winner, the '82 of Tyler Turner. He's down at Victory Lane out of Rootstown, Ohio, driving the Charleston Sand and Gravel. Philo Forest of Fright, number 82. Let's give it up for Tyler Turner. The caution lights are out, and we are ready to go green this next time by. Out of 4, we're back to green flag racing. The 13 of Shimko goes into the lead, followed by the 2 of Rick Parisies. Parisies moving to the outside of Shimko for a battle for the lead. Stretch into the turn. Shimko going off the pace a little bit, making way for the 2 of Rick Parisies to go into the lead with 85 of Chris Mick in second spot. White flag, 1 lap left in the race. The 2 of Rick Parisies in the lead. 85 of Mick close behind, now on his side with less than a lap. Who will come out to be the victor in this race? And down to the stretch is going to be the 85 of Chris. He's down at Victory Lane. He's from Akron, Ohio, driving the American Thunder Almond Oil HOC Transport, number 85. Let's give it up for Chris Mick.
And rounding it out in the 4th position, the top qualifier, the number 59 of Bill Jane out of Akron, Ohio. The Bowers Towing, Cater for You, Phil's Car Care entry. 4 laps for the Pierce stocks, ready to go, turn 4. Sideways Jane in that 59 car as he set quick time in the time trial group practice and qualifying session earlier, and now here comes Joey Wyckoff in the 07 to the outside lane, moves up to second. Now takes a look to the outside of the number 5 of Poling for the lead. Wyckoff outside, Poling inside, front of the field of this front-wheel drive pure stock division, brought to you by Hapco Tool and Development. 2 laps in and 2 to go, and the battle is for the number 1 position. Final circuit for the lead. Poling leading. Wyckoff outside, and moving up to 3rd goes Bill Jane. They will battle it out to the line. Who's going to win it? Wyckoff sideways, nearly spins it around. Coming to the line, it will be Poling in the number 5, picking up the victory. 2nd place goes to the 07 of Wyckoff. 3rd to Bill Jane. And 4th spot to the number 12 of Ramirez. Coming to the line in the Ron's Paint and Body, LB Adams Lawnmower Repair, and Conchetta's Creative Cuts number 5. Put your hands together for Copley's Brian Poling, driving the Randy Cecil number 5 here this week, polling the normal driver of the number 2 car for most of the season. Polling claiming the championship in the NASCAR Wheel and All-American Series portion. Rolling into turn 3, looks like we're going to have a good start coming off of the corner. It is. We're underway in this 4-lap dash race. Into the lead goes Chet Colmar Sr. in the number 2. Top qualifier, Dennis Garrett III, going to the outside for the second position. But no, says the 911. Dennis Garrett closes the door. Father-son combination, second and third. Garrett up the banking. His son, Dennis Garrett III, goes to the inside lane, takes over the number 2 spot, and now the top qualifier. The number 4 truck tries to reel in the number 2 of Colmar Sr. 4-lap fast dash race for the Canal Fulton Tire Mini Truck Division. We are halfway. It'll be the white flag this time. One more lap to go for Chet Colmar Sr., Dennis Garrett III, and Dennis Garrett running third. Final lap for Colmar Sr. Makes his way down the back stretch into the third corner. Be coming off of turn number 4 with the victory. Chet Colmar Sr., Dennis Garrett III finishing second. And finishing third, the 911 of Dennis Garrett. Rolling out next, the 2 cars in our Ritzman Muffler Sportsman Division.
Out of forward, green flag racing for Ambrose, jumping into the lead. White flag out, 1 lap until checkered. Race leader still the 24 of John Ambrose. And down to the checkered flag, your race leader 24 of John Ambrose Jr. Making his way down to victory lane. Driving the 24 out of Akron, Ohio. Sponsored by American Thunder, East of Chicago Pizza, All Up Recycling, Shakers Auto Salvage. Let's give it up for John Ambrose Jr.
Roger Smith, the 43, Mike Miller, the 22, Don Harvey Jr., the 112, and Gary Whipke in the 40. Coming to green, turns 3 and 4. And we're going to have a good start. We're underway in this late model heat. Taylor spinning the tires a little bit. Smith still gives him room. Taylor goes in, gets sideways up the track. Smith goes into the lead. Here comes Harvey. Don Harvey Jr. in the 112, some contact, and Taylor's going to loop it around. He collects the 112 car of Harvey, and yellow is out. Green flag is out there, side by side on the start. A little bit of a better restart for the 39 car of Jeff Taylor. Goes in, still sideways. Roger Smith's going to go into the lead, and Harvey, just like a carbon copy of the first start, goes to the outside of Taylor for second. 1 lap in, 7 to go for Roger Smith, the leader. Mike Miller looking to the inside of Harvey. He's going to battle him for the number 3 position. Look at Mike Miller being aggressive in the number 22. In that battle for the 1 point that he would pick up here in this race by making the pass. Harvey right up along the outside retaining wall. We have completed 2 of our scheduled 8 laps, 6 to go, and now Gary Whipke getting a little racy at the back of the field. Brimfield, Ohio driver Roger Smith leading the way in the 43. Second place Taylor, third Miller, fourth is Harvey, fifth is Whipke. Halfway this time, 4 laps in, 4 to go. Oh, Taylor nearly looped it coming off of turn 4. Great save by Taylor. It allows the 22 of Miller to close the gap. Taylor's car pretty sporty when it's in the right direction, but a little bit too free for him. Might have something going wrong in the suspension of that car. Was 3 to go that time. It'll be 2 to go this time for Smith. Two laps to go for Roger Smith. Miller, Harvey, Whipke following Jeff Taylor closely. Taylor, his hands full. Harvey checks up coming off of the second corner. Brakes already glowing in this short event. White flag out for Roger Smith. Half a lap to go for the Brimfield, Ohio driver. If he rolls it through 3 and 4 cleanly, he's on his way to victory in this heat race. The Brimfield, Ohio driver claiming the win in Claiborne Auto Store's car, Roger Smith. Second place to Taylor, third place to Mike Miller, fourth place to Don Harvey Jr., and finishing fifth is Gary Whipke and car number 40. Put your hands together for the Brimfield, Ohio driver, Roger Smith. Claiborne Auto Stores, PPG, and Triplet Tire Depot, the sponsors on Smith. Good run tonight for him in the heat race, pulling away from the rest of the 5-car field as our second late model heat pulls onto the raceway. We've got the number 3 of Dave Martin. And we're green flag racing coming off of turn number 4. We're underway, a good start down in turn number 4. Martin goes into the lead. Francis looks to the inside of Molnar for the number 2 position. McCallicher at the back of the field in the 47. All kinds of sideways. Francis thought about 3 wide, thought better of it. McCallicher down through the infield, cooling off his tires here early on. Martin is the leader and the number 3. Molnar second. Coming across the line, 2 laps in and 6 to go as McCallicher calls it a race in the 47, pulls to the infield. Here's Francis on the inside of Molnar. Good race in our second heat for the late model division. Francis moves up into the runner-up spot. And now Dave Martin between himself and a possible heat race victory. Martin, though, a veteran of the quarter mile here at Barberton, will try to hold him off. Francis nearly makes some contact down in 1. Was able to get a hard on the binders to avoid the contact. Going to be 4 laps in, 4 to go this time. But again, Francis looks to the bottom. Halfway signal displayed, the cross flags in the air. Francis runs a much lower lane than Martin. Martin bringing it way out towards the wall and cutting across the lower portion of the turns, while Francis really driving it hard on the bottom. 3 to go for Dave Martin. Martin leading the way. Francis running second. Sibler running third, boxed in right now. Running fourth is Molnar. Sibler looks to the outside of Francis. White flag, 1 to go. Final lap for Dave Martin Off of turn 2, down the backstretch, checks up a little bit. Oh, coming in on the white flag this time. 1 to go. That was 2 to go that time. White flag now for Dave Martin. Martin keeping the door closed on Francis, who gets to the inside and turns him coming off the corner. Sibla in the 63 car gets involved. Caution flag is out. Seven laps in, 1 lap to go. And trouble at the front of the field as Martin and Molnar get together. As they go for the restart in turn 4, they were wheel to wheel, side by side. They bumped tires, and into the wall goes Molnar and Martin. Molnar, unhappy, gets out from behind the wheel of his race car. As we have caution. Martin and Molnar talking it over, what happened on that restart.
How about hopping down here? I'll put my hood. Big man. All right. You yank that fender out, maybe it'll drivable. Where is it? No, you're
And it is time for the song of the night. Sorry, I forgot to play my intro. It's been one of those weeks. But anyway, Nick St. Nicholas is celebrating his birthday today. He was the bassist for Steppenwolf. Nick turned 67 today, so we'll wish him a happy.
8 laps in this race, and down through the corner. Green flag is out. 82 of Tyler Turner shooting into the lead, with the 3 of Billy Richards on his tail. 9 of Carl Villardo trying to get around that 3, trying to go into second spot. Not this time around. Villardo ducking on into the underside of the 3 of Richards, moving into second spot. Of Villardo inside of the 82 of Turner. Battle for the lead halfway this time by. Two laps to go. 9 of Carl Villardo, still your race leader. In second to 82 of Tyler Turner. And down to the checkered flag. Your race winner is going to be the 9 of Carl Villardo. He's down at the Victory Lane out of Westfield, New York. The Chantigua Construction Company, Outlaws Auto Body, Pipes R Us. Let's give it up for Carl Villardo.
Green flag is out. We're underway, and we got some contact front of the field. Harvey and Ripley get together. They continue on, though. Caution flag is out. It will be a complete restart. '52 of Ripley and 04 car of Harvey getting ready down in 3 and 4 to come to the green again. Good start down in the corner. They're underway, and they keep it clean this time. Harvey in the 04 car going to take the advantage into the first turn. Shimko trying to come along as we go into the second corner. Good field of hobby stocks, our best field of these hobby stock division cars all season long. Good to see a few drivers traveling in this weekend. Oh, Ripley takes it in deep down in 3 and 4 up the track, opens the bottom. Here we go, 3 wide. How will this pay off? Down into the corner, 3 wide we go. Ripley caught in the middle of that sandwich. Leading the way is Harvey. First ever start in a hobby stock. Moving up from the front wheel drives. Side by side for the lead, Shimko outside. Harvey inside, 2 laps in at the line, 6 to go. Inside lane moving forward. There up the banking goes the 85 of Mick. Contact with the number 2 of Parisi's. Caution out. going to come to green off of turn number 4. Ed Tenney looks him over. Good start down to the 4th corner. We are underway. And Shimko will take the advantage down into the 1st corner. Harvey trying to fight back inside lane. Shimko giving him a little bit of room. Shimko on the backstretch will take the race lead. Shimko his first full season of racing action this year at Midvale Speedway. 3 wide back in the field as Mick tried to go outside. And Shimko leading the way. Harvey is second. 3 wide and getting shuffled to the back of the pack, the 52 car of Ripley. Saw the 56 of Gary Hoopengarner trying to move up through the field. The 56 of Hoopengarner starting at the back of the pack, his first ever laps here at Barberton Raceway Park. Oh, sideways Shimko goes around. We'll loop it. Caution flag will be out. So caution out for the number 5 of Joe Shimko, a spin all by himself as his brother Bill Shimko leads the way. Green and we're underway. Here comes Parasees to the outside, 3 wide down into the corner, and Parasees is going to make it work. So far, so good. He gets to the outside now of Shimko for the lead. Shimko inside, Parasees outside, off of turn 4, 3 laps to go, and Rick Parasees is now P1. He's leading in the number 2. Shimko makes some contact sideways down into the infield. Continues on, Tom Powell in the 79. Contact with the 04 of Harvey. A little bit of rubbing here in this hobby stock race. Then Harvey bumps him down in 3 and 4. Powell up the banking. Harvey will move up into the 4 spot. Your leader, the number 2 of Rick Parasees. 2nd place, the 13 of Bill Shimko. 3rd, the 16 of White. White flag is out, 1 to go. Final lap for the number 2 car of Parasees. Mick moves up into 4th. Powell moves up into 5th. Rick Parasees the victory in the heat. Shimko will finish 2nd. Finishing 3rd is White. Finishing 4th is Mick. Finishing 5th is Powell. 6th place is Hoopengarner. 7th place, the 04. In the Rick's Automotive Transmission, Haas Auto Mall, Carlton, Harley Davidson, Baker Race Cars, American Lighting, number 2, made a 3 wide pass in the outside lane on a restart. Let's hear it for Rick Parasees.
Out of 4, green flag is out. Side by side, the 50 of Bucky, 1 of Thomas. 3 wide in the back of the field. 5 of Poland trying to get around the 1 of Thomas. 12 of Ramirez moving up into 2nd spot. 07 of Wyckoff making his way through the field. Along with the 5 of Brian Poling moving into 3rd spot, but not for long. 3 wide into turns 3 and 4. And now the battle for 3rd between the 5 of Poling, 07 of Wyckoff, with the 50 of Dan Bucky, still your race leader. Split down the middle. Going around the 12 of Ramirez, that's 5 of Poling, and 7 of Wyckoff now battle for 2nd. And catching up to the 50 of Bucky, this time by halfway. Five of Poling trying to get around the 50 of Bucky. Battle for the lead everywhere you look. With the 5 of Poling, 50 of Bucky. Coming down on the 5 of Poling, 07 of Wyckoff on the outside of the 50. Trying to make a pass to get the lead with only one. It's going to be the 07 of Joey Wyckoff moving into the lead. A little contact there with the 50 of Dan Bucky and the 07 of Wyckoff moving the 5 of Poling into second spot. Less than a lap. What will happen going to the checkered? And it looks like it's going to be the 07 of Joey Wyckoff taking home this victory. He's down at the victory lane out of Amherst, Ohio. Sponsored by Reed Salvage, GNW Blacktop, Hollerud Race Cars. Let's give it up for the 07 of Joey Wyckoff. Kitchens, GNW Blacktop. Let's give it up for Michael Parks, and bring up the tail of the field in the 150 is Tim Frederickson. And the green flag is out. 68th of Maestro moving into the lead. Battle for the lead between Hahn in the 13. 68 in is the Maestro. '68 in the Maestro into the lead. A lot of contact in this race so far. A battle for a second between the 13 of Hahn, 83 of Parks. Still a close battle for second between these two cars. And the 150 of Frederick trying to make his way through there. A little contact between the 83 of Parks, 13 of Hahn. This time by halfway. One lap left. Still close battle between the 13 of Hahn, 83 of Parks, and the 150 of Frederick. Less than a lap left. Lot of contact. 3 wide, smash fest going on. Your winner, the 68 of the Maestro. Down to the victory lane out of Stowe, Ohio, sponsored by Rick's Automotive Transmission. Lighthouse Award Specialty. Let's give it up for the 68 of the Maestro, Fred Patterson. Out of 4, green flag is out. 52 of Dennis Wood falling into the lead with the 4 of Dennis Garrett III. Right behind him in second spot. Dennis Garrett III trying to catch up to the 52 of Wood. That time by halfway. Race leader still the 52 of Dennis Wood. 4 of Dennis Garrett III trying to get by. For going on the inside, that is the 4 of Dennis Garrett III, now taking the lead from the 52 of Dennis Wood. Moving down to 1 lap to go. And down to the checkered flag, it's going to be the number 4 of Dennis Garrett III. He's down to the victory lane of Barberton, Ohio, sponsored by Cashford Clunkers. Driving the number 4, it's Dennis Garrett III.
Burning one out, warming up the tires already. Nick Skolosh in the black Mustang. He will pull up to the inside lane. And the Cadillac on the outside lane, Dennis King. So Dennis King in the Cadillac, the pace car driver here at Barberton Raceway Park. Not driving the pace car though. And on the inside, Nick Skolosh, one of our track crew members, Kyle Henline. My co-announcer ready to give the green flag. He looks them over and they're off. Green is out. And Skolosh with a big advantage down into the corner. coming off of the second turn. Skolosh sideways. They'll come down the front straightaway to the checkered flag, rolling across the line. Skolosh the victory. And second spot, Dennis King. He is done for the night. And the red Dodge Neon, Justin Cranmore. Cranmore and Garrett ready to go. The Mitsubishi and the Dodge. Green flag is out. And they're underway, spinning the tires, chirping them a little bit down the front stretch. Cranmore into the lead, coming off of 2. He's won in the front-wheel drive division earlier this season, driving the Ferrari car, and it looks like he's going to win in round number 1 of Spectator Drags. Justin Cranmore to round number 2. And the Mitsubishi Eclipse. The Dodge Caravan, Tony Cazzoli. And in the Cash for Clunkers sponsored vehicle, they even got sponsorship this week to run Spectator Drags. Veronica Edelman, a lady competitor in Spectator Drags. Kyle Henline with a green in hand. He's ready to send them off, and they are rolling. She had a bad start. She was looking up in the mirror, fixing her hair, and the green came out. She wasn't aware of it. Into the lead in turn number 2, Tony Cazzoli. Here comes Edelman back. Veronica on the outside, losing a little bit of ground, middle of the turn. Turn him, wreck him, dump him. She's going to get beside him coming to the line. Oh, he almost stopped. There's no stop sign down there. Coming across the line, and Edelman's going to claim the victory. Dennis Wood on the outside lane, and I have a feeling that's probably Dennis Garrett on the inside. They're ready to roll at the line. Dennis Garrett, Dennis Wood. I have a feeling that Dennis is going to win. Green is waving, and off they go. Oh, and they're going to hit on the front stretch, and they're going to turn him down in the first corner. Dennis Garrett turning Dennis Wood. And now he's waiting on him. This could get ugly, folks. Spinning the tires. Wadding some stuff up. On the backstretch. Uh-oh. Looks like we're going to need a cleanup on the back straightaway. Down through the corners, coming to the line. Here we go, to the stripe. And Wood will win. And Garrett finishes second. I think these vehicles are for sale if anyone's interested. Unfortunately, they didn't remove their headlights and taillights. They have torn some stuff up. Yeah, I think it's got a Hemi. Coming through turns 1 and 2, it will be the pace car, Rob Petrus with the lead down into turns 3 and 4. Petrus coming off of corner number 4, trying to make his way into round number 2, and Petrus and the official pace car of VRP picks up the victory. Ready to go green. Skolosh on the inside, Cranmore on the outside. Cranmore with a better start. Skolosh stays alongside down in the corner. It's going to be tight. Gives him room, does Cranmore. Cranmore the advantage down the backstretch. Boy, some good power underneath the hood of Skolosh. Uh-oh, he's going to blow up the track. Will they rub any paint? They're coming to the line. Skolosh the victory. Veronica on the outside. She is 100% this season in spectator drag races. And Skolosh on the inside, ready for the green. This one is kind of lopsided, I think. Oh, really good start. Listen to that van. Sounds good. They're coming off the corner at 5.5 miles an hour. He's trying out the cushion. Coming off at turn 4. Skolosh will claim the exciting victory. Second place right there, runner up. Horn still works. Getting them side by side at the line. That was the B main we just had. Now we're going to go to the A main. Green flag. Skolosh inside of Petrus down into the corner. Going to tear up some nice cars off that second turn. Sideways. Oh! Victory donuts on the backstretch. And Petrus will claim the victory. Copen in the 1, Ambrose in the 24. Front row starters, they're sportsmen, the rest hobby stocks. Coming to green, 2 separate feature winners from this one. We're underway, good start. Copen on the inside and Ambrose on the outside. They race for the sportsman lead. Back for the hobby stock lead, the 16 of White, the 13 of Shipko. Leading the way, the 24 car of Ambrose. Second is Copen. Then our hobby stocks in a big-time battle right now. Shimko closes the door on Mick, and then Joe Shimko in the 5 and Bill Shimko in the 13 get together, and caution is out. Yellow flag is the 13. One lap complete, 19 laps to go. Caution for the brothers, Shimko. Joe Shimko in the 5 and Bill Shimko in the 13.
Oh, put your foot on the brake, man. Right here, right here. Number 4, Ambrose.
and Copen. Green flag is out. We're back underway as the sportsmen pull away in the outside lane. An advantage for Copen momentarily. A little bit of contact back for the hobby stock lead, and Adam White's able to keep it righted. Joe Shimko goes into the lead. Chris Mick ready to look to the outside of Joe Shimko for the #1 spot in the hobby stock portion of the race. Ambrose leading the sportsman portion. The battle is for the hobby stock lead. Chris Mick, top qualifier again, looking to go 4 for 4. And he goes to the outside of Shimko on the back stretch. Chris Mick outside Joe Shimko for the #1 position in the hobby stock division. Gary Hoopengarner works it sideways all the way through 3 and 4 that time. 4 laps in the books, and Mick ready for the crossover move, looks to the inside of Shimko, who closes the door on the backstretch. So far, Joe Shimko looking for his first career feature win, but has his hands full all over the place, comes down the banking, Mick underneath him, going down the front stretch, will check up going into the corner. Here comes Mick, he's got him this time, gets to the inside of Shimko for the lead on the backstretch, heading into the 3rd corner. A little bit more power in the 5, it's one of those crate engines. And coming off of the corner, it will be Mick taking over the race lead. 85 car of Mick is strong, handles so much better than most of the other competitors through the turns. He takes over the lead in the hobby stock portion of the race. 2nd place is Joe Shimko, 3rd is Parisies, 4th is White, 5th is Powell, 6th place is Hoopengarner, and in the #7 spot is Shimko. And then to the leaders of the overall race and the sportsman division, the 24 car of John Ambrose Jr., the #1 of Mike Copen. Gear stocks make it the hobby stocks, now going down a lap. The 13 of Shimko, 56 of Hoopengarner going down a lap. Copen also working by Shimko and Hoopengarner. Chris Mick. Oh, we've got some contact down to the corner. Yellow out. Ambrose and Copen to turn #4, ready for the restart, and green flag is out. Copen the advantage into 1. Ambrose fights back on the inside, and Parisies for the hobby stock 2nd position, racing to the inside of Joe Shimko. Up front, Ambrose leads the way. We are halfway, 10 laps in, 10 laps to go. The cross flags have been displayed to the drivers. I think if all stays well for the 24 of Ambrose and the 85 of Mick, they will both claim feature wins and championships in the shootout standings. Off the pace, Joe Shimko in the 5 momentarily gets rolling again, though. Really slowed coming out of 2 last time, but Shimko will hold on to 2nd for the time being. Shimko having a hard time down in turns 1 and 2, moves over. The rest of the field going to start scooting by. Parisies up into 2nd for the hobbies. 3rd is White, 4th is Powell, and back to the #5 spot is the 5 of Joe Shimko, who's going to try to knock down the wall. 14, lap number 14 complete with 6 to go for Ambrose and Copen. And Chris Mick leading, dominating another race in the hobby stock division. Parisies looks like he has his hands full with his ride too, not rolling through the turns very well for him, but he's been able to make some adjustments to still get through the corner. Looks okay on 1 and 2, but more so tight in 3 and 4. As he really takes that high approach into the 3rd turn. It will be 2 laps to go for Ambrose in the 24, this time by 2 to go for the 24 of Ambrose and the 1 of Copen. White flag as Ambrose looks for yet another victory. Car driven by Chris Mick this season during the regular portion of the year. He rolls into turn number 3. Ambrose into turn number 4 will come across the line as winner tonight. Ambrose claims the victory. Copen second in the Sportsman. Winning the hobby stock portion will be the 85 of Chris Mick. Our Legend car feature up next, followed by our late model division race. Longtime driver here at the Speedway, claiming yet another trophy and another checkered flag tonight. The American Thunder, sponsor number 24 in Victory Lane. Also sponsored by Hollab Recycling, and east of Chicago Pizza and Ritzman Muffler. Sportsman Division car, your winner, John Ambrose. Congratulations, another victory tonight in the Sportsman Division. I think you won something like 3 out of the 4 in the championship series, and I know not a big field of cars tonight, but you guys are pretty both well-equal cars, but the power plant under the hood of this thing looked extra strong tonight in the cool conditions.
This thing it runs very well. It's awesome. Got a ton of horsepower.
You guys going to run any specials now that the season comes to an end here?
I do believe so. I'm hoping maybe go to Lorraine tomorrow, run Lorraine's Cavalcade, maybe Sandusky.
See what happens.
I hope so.
Your winner, let's hear it for John Ambrose Jr., car number 24, the winner tonight in the Sportsman Division. He also claims the championship, Barberton Shootout Championship Series, and 4 for 4 in the championship race. You got this car back out. Ran it one night in the... You had some problems with the other car, but you brought it out in the hobbies, and it's still as good as it was last year, the year before, the year before that.
Yeah, you know, we really don't do anything to this car. The setup's been the same for years. We had some old crappy tires when we first brought it out, threw some new Goodyears on it, and it was right back to running track records.
Pretty soon you keep getting the feature wind stickers across the window there and stuff, not going to be able to see out in front of you, but the car still turns. It seems like it turns on its own through the middle of the corners.
Yeah, it pretty much does. We're actually missing 4 of those for some reason. Yeah, thing just turns.
Let's hear it for your winner, Chris Mick. He's also champion, as Ambrose have been dominant during the final portion of our season as we get ready to move into our Legend 15-lap feature event. Kyle Henline will call the feature race.
The pace car getting ready to pull off the track. Safety lights are off. And that could only mean that rounding this corner, we're going green flag racing. 82 of Tyler Turner pulls into lead. 3 of Billy Richards in second spot. 9 of Velardo in third. Velardo already trying to make a pass on the inside. Now taking into second spot. Of Velardo trying to catch up to the 82 of Tyler Turner. Turner, your current leader. 3 of Billy Richards trying to catch up to the 9 of Velardo. Velardo on the inside of Turner. Going into turn 3, coming out of 4, side by side. Turner trying to go back into the lead. Out of 4, green flag is out. 9 of Velardo pulling into the lead. 3 of Richards now in second spot. 82 all the way from the back. That's Tyler Turner now in third spot. Picking up ground, closing in on the front pack. .82 of Turner looking to get around the 3 of Richards. .82 of Turner getting some contact with 3 of Richards. Calls him to go back a couple car lengths. 9 of Velardo with almost a half-track lead. .82 of Turner now moving into second spot. Four laps to go this time by. 9 of Velardo still your race leader. Second, the 82 of Tyler Turner. Third, the 3 of Billy Richards. White flag this time by. 9 of Velardo still your race leader. 82 of Turner. Turner in second. And down checkered flag, it's going to be the 9 of Carl Velardo. Down here trackside with our legend winner tonight on our championship night for the Bar Shootout Championship Series. I probably messed up the name of that. But I do see something here I have a problem with, and that's that Akron thing, you know. I go to Ken. I don't know if I can interview you now. You do know Golden Flashes are better than the Zips, you know. But you started third. You ended up getting straight to the front. You had a little squabble with the 82 of Tyler Turner. Ended up pulling off a win. What's it like to win tonight on our championship evening?
It's a great feeling. It's a great way to end up a national points series. I'm running for national points, and this was the final race I could race, and it's great to end off on a high note.
All right, the sponsors for this vehicle, Chautauqua Construction Company, Auto Body, Pipes RS. Let's give it up for the 9 of Carl Velardo.
White flag coming out of turn number 4 this time, getting ready for a start in this 25-lap late model feature. Gave him a few extra warm-up laps before the start of the race tonight because of the cold track conditions. Jake Francis, the 33. Jeff Taylor, the 39, coming to green off of turn number 4. Coming to green off of the corner. Francis and Taylor bring them in. The green flag is out. We're underway for this 25 lap. On a good opening start. Down down into the corner we go. Taylor on the outside. On the inside is Francis. Taylor inching forward, goes into the lead. Here comes Mike Miller to the outside lane. Taylor and Miller now trying to take first and second. Francis splitting the tires coming off of the fourth corner. For the third position, Don Harvey Jr. on the outside. The top qualifier up into the third spot. Roger Smith now makes a run to the outside lane. Taylor leading the way in the 39. For the fourth position, Francis inside. Roger Smith on the outside lane. The top three trying to break away from the rest of the pack. Running the number 5 position right now is Francis, the 33, trying to get up. Been pinched on the bottom so far. Top three in a freight train. Nose to tail, first, second, and third. Roger Smith holding off the 33 right now. Jake Francis still in that side-by-side battle. Good clean race between those two competitors. Francis again drives to the bottom. Smith hasn't been able to close the door yet for the number 4 spot. He can close it right now if he so chooses. He does not, going down into the third turn, and they continue on 5 laps in to this scheduled 25-lap event. Still a good battle for fourth, and now Mike Miller starts to challenge a little bit up front with Taylor. Six laps in, 19 to go in this 25-lapper. Taylor and Harvey to turn 4. Green is out. Good restart. We're underway. Harvey came down off the wall a little bit, nearly some contact. Still close to Robin. Harvey's going to take the lead. Taylor drops to second. Battle for third between Smith and Francis. Seven laps in, 18 to go, and Don Harvey Jr. is the leader. We'll watch as Mike Miller tries to work his way from the back of the field. It was a terrible break for Miller. Mike Miller to the outside of Gary Whipke. Harvey leading the way. We have completed 11 laps of our scheduled 25. Harvey, Taylor running second. Third spot, the 43 of Smith. Fourth spot, the 33 of Francis. And fifth now is Mike Miller in the 22. It'll be halfway this time. 13 laps in, 12 to go for Don Harvey Jr. Dave McCallicker in the 47 going down a lap again. Moving over for the leaders. Oh, Taylor got sideways coming off a 2. He opens up the bottom for Roger Smith, and Smith is going to take the number 2 position away. Good move, Roger Smith, as Taylor's car got way sideways coming off of 2. Taylor has his hands full in the 39 car again, and now Francis is starting to close the gap. He's in a little bit of a groove himself. closing on the final stages of tonight's event. It will be 19 laps in this time for Don Harvey Jr. Huge lead build up, trying to put an exclamation point on his great 2012 campaign here at BRP. A main event racing series victory and a number of wins. In weekly competition in the late model division, he has a straightaway lead build up in the 5 to go signal this time. 20 complete, 5 to go. McCallagher moves over to the outside. And it's Roger Smith in second, Taylor in third, and now Francis runs fourth with Miller right there. Taylor still working that 39 car sideways off the turns. Francis opens up the inside lane. Here comes Miller down the backstretch. 3 wide on the back straightaway at Barberton. And Mike Miller's picked up the number 4 position. Now racing with Taylor for third. Trying to do everything he can to get a portion of that championship. 2 to go. 23 in, 2 to go. Taylor and Miller contact on the front stretch, and caution flag is out. Yellow is out as Taylor and Miller get together for a second time. Jeff Taylor and Mike Miller. Points per spot plus the bonus points. He's going to need to pass Harvey to claim the championship. Green flag is out. Into turns 1 and 2 we go. Harvey the lead. Second Smith. Miller third. Battle for fourth. Sibla and Francis trouble down in the corner. Francis and Sibla get together heading off into the third corner. Sibla closing the door on Francis going down into the third turn for that. That would have been the number 4 position in a grinding crash on the back straightaway. Rick Sibla is moving around inside the car. He's okay. Jake Francis also moving around inside his car. Both drivers okay. The car's damaged somewhat after the crash on the backstretch. Just from watching it live, it looked like the 63 of Sibla went down into the corner thinking he had cleared the 10. The 10 drove back to the inside, got onto the left rear quarter panel, climbed up towards the driver compartment, but both drivers are okay. Haven't yet seen a replay from Mid-Vid, but I'm sure I will. Down the backstretch, 3-car breakaway. Harvey coming to the white flag. One more lap to go for Harvey. Taylor picking up a spot on Whipke for the number 5 position. Checkered flag from Barberton, Ohio. Don Harvey Jr. the winner tonight. Smith picks up the 2nd spot. Miller finishes 3rd. Finishing 4th is Sibla. 5th place is Taylor. Your winner, Don Harvey Jr. Well, Don, you claimed the NASCAR Whelen All-American Series Championship. That was big. That ended about 4 or 5 weeks ago of racing action. Then we had the little Shootout Championship Series. You trailed Mike Miller most of the Shootout Championship Series. He was in a good position. He had a 4-point lead coming into the feature. Got into Jeff Taylor a little bit going into turn 1. I'm sure he didn't want to do that. Clearly didn't want to do that, but he wanted to go out with a win just like you. He went to the back, and then you got out front. It was right place at the right time and picked up another victory. Good run, good season.
Hey, thanks a lot. I want to thank my crew. They're awesome. I mean, we've changed the motor twice, and we busted our butt. Went down to Mid-Vid and broke the motor, and then come back here, broke the motor, and put the little one in, and man, the little one runs good. But I want to thank all my sponsors, too, and I want to thank everybody from coming out. I know it's kind of cold, but thanks again.
Great season. Congratulations on an outstanding year.
Thanks a lot.
Don Harvey Jr., let's give him a nice round of applause. Your late model NASCAR Whelen All-American Series champion, as well as the Shootout Series champion, as well as we move into our front-wheel drives, the Hamco Tool and Development Pure Stock Division.
Is a 50 of Dan Bucky. Outside of him, the 1 of Debbie Thomas. Next up, the 12 of Jimmy Ramirez. Outside of him, the 5 of Brian Poling. Next up, the 07 of Joey Wyckoff. Outside of him, the 150 of Tim Frederick. And bringing up the tail of the field in the 59 is Bill Jane. Lights are out. We're ready to go. And green flag is out. 68, the Maestro pulling into the lead. Gerald Hahn close behind. Correction in the 59, that is Justin Cranmore filling in for Bill Jane. Back to the front of the pack, that's 13 of Gerald Hahn. Outside of him, now moving towards the front, 83 of Parks. Michael Parks definitely not parking it. He's going and going and going. Well, he just did park it. I guess I used a little reverse psychology on him. Out of 4, we're back to green flag racing. 68 of the Maestro. Starting off a little squirmy. Coming off of turn 4. Up beside the 13 of Gerald Hahn. 68 Maestro now your leader. 1 of Debbie Thomas trying to go on the inside of Hahn. Here we go, green flag back out, 68 of the Maestro in the lead, 50 of Dan Bucky right outside. Going through the turn, and looks like it's going to be Bucky into the lead. The 59 of Justin Cranmore coming out 3 wide on that high groove, making his way into third spot. Race leader, the 50 of Dan Bucky. Outside of him, 68 of the Maestro. And we're back to green flag racing. 59, Justin Cranmore shooting out, making it 3 wide, going into 1 and 2. Bucky holding on to the lead, but Cranmore in that 59, that yellow and red, trying to catch up. Now shooting out to the outside of Bucky. '07 of Wyckoff making his way through the field as well. Battle for second. Now battle for the lead. 07 of Wyckoff, 50 of Bucky. '07 of Wyckoff now in the lead. 83 of Michael Parks parking it in the infield. Possibly some mechanical issues with that vehicle. Bucky going high in the corner, letting the 59 of Cranmore take second spot. 5 of Brian Poling making his way through the field, trying to catch up to the 50 of Dan Bucky. 1 of Thomas trying to go on the inside of 68 of Maestro. Cranmore and Wyckoff, a little contact in the middle of 1 and 2. Cranmore still trying to get around the 07 of Joey Wyckoff. That would be your current leader. 5 laps to go. 5 of Poling trying to get around the 50 of Bucky. Battle for third spot. Some trouble with the 12 of Jimmy Ramirez, 68 of the Maestro, 18 Eliza Moore in turn 4. Here we go, green flag back out. 07 of Wyckoff, your leader, 59 of Justin Cranmore in second. Five of Brian Poling closing in on the top two cars. This time by 2 laps to go. 07 still your leader. That's Joey Wyckoff. And down to a checkered flag. Your race winner is the 07 of Joey Wyckoff. Down here trackside with Joey Wyckoff and crew. Joining him, the 83 of Michael Parks. We're down here and in a pool of oil dry, and I say that was a pretty good race. Got up there pretty early and ended up pulling off a win. What's it feel like to win tonight as the first Barberton Champion Shootout Series winner? I think I said that right that time.
Feels pretty good. The first time I came here was when they started the shootout, and we won the first race and won the second one. Then I started liking the track a little bit more, and it's pretty fun. But I gotta thank everyone that helps me out through the day, the week. My dad, Parker, Roger, Ryan, Michael Parks, the sponsors, G&W Blacktop, Reed Salvage, Hot Rod Race Cars. And I'd like to thank all the fans that stick around and watch us. Appreciate that. And the safety crew, I think they did a good job all year, so had fun.
All right, let's give another round of applause to the 07 of Joey Wyckoff. Out of forward, green flag racing. 52 of Dennis Wood. And to lead, 9-11 of Dennis Garrett Jr. up there as well. 2-3 wide. Dennis Garrett Jr. hitting into the infield. Nearly missing his son, the 4 of Dennis Garrett III. 2 of Chet Colmar Sr. catching up to our leader, the 52 of Dennis Wood. Yellow flag coming out for the 9-11 of Dennis Garrett Jr. Green flag's out, 52 of Dennis Wood. Straight to the lead, 4 of Dennis Garrett III up there as well. 2 of Chet Colmar Sr. Battle for the lead, 52 of Dennis Wood, 2 of Chet Colmar Sr. And it's going to be Colmar going to the lead. Wood is back up there, that 52 truck inside of Colmar in the 2. Of Dennis Garrett III, shooting straight to the lead in the middle of the turn. Now your leader with a 52 of Dennis Wood in second spot. 2 of Chet Colmar Sr. in third spot. Two of Colmar on the inside of Wood. laps to go. 4 of Dennis Garrett III still in the lead. 2 of Chet Colmar Sr. in second. Down to a checkered flag, the 4 of Dennis Garrett III. Down here trackside with Tigger. I finally got it right last night. You are the first mini truck Barberton Championship Shootout winner. I say you raced with your dad and a couple friends, and it was a good race. You know, pulled it off in this half of the season. How's it feel?
Feels pretty good. I'm cold, I don't know what to say. I'd like to thank my father, Dennis Wood, my Uncle Chet, and everybody who helps work on the truck.
All right, let's give a nice round of applause for your winner, the 4 of Dennis Garrett III, a.k.a. Tigger.